This is a tutorial for Waltz Macabre by Nancy Faber from Developing Artist Series, book number 2, page 41 and 42 and 43. So waltz is a dance, and again, as minuet, it counts in 3, like this: 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So again, it's important not to stop any movement, especially on beat 3. Macabre means dark and scary. So that means you cannot play it too fast, right? Because you have to be more mysterious and more darker, right? So it's almost like a ghost or someone who is very powerful and maybe scary. Not necessarily evil, but probably pretty scary, like a mighty wizard, okay? Or let's say a spirit of the forest that dances in a dark forest, okay? So you have to make sure this dance is very enticing, very engaging. That means all the people are going to be listening to you. So the key to that is going to be following all dynamics you see on the page. If you look with me on the beginning, you will see that it starts piano. It's not very loud. Then that means your left hand has to be pretty soft through the entire piece, because this it just repeated pattern that we don't want to hear that much, right? We want to hear melody, we want to hear harmonic changes that your right hand has. So make sure your left hand is not too loud. So keep. And if you notice, my first finger, my thumb, is kind of jumping off a little bit with my wrist. So my wrist is going up. So this way, my first finger is not stuck. So I don't have to just play with my first fingers. What I'm going to do is this. Up, up, down, down, up, down, up. Yeah? And the first finger is going to be very, very light. You have to feel it's kind of empty. Okay? So otherwise it's going to play like this. And we don't want that. Okay, so if you keep looking at the dynamic markings, you will see measure 13. You will see pianissima subito. Subito is an Italian word, means suddenly. That means this change is unexpected. And everybody should, if you listen to the contrast between, let's say, measure 9 and measure 13. So measure 9, measure 10, 11, 12. So that's a sudden change. You really have to bring it out, okay? You really have to make sure it's so quiet. So people are going to go, oh, what's going on in there? Okay. So if you keep following me, look at the last page of the piece, which is page 43 and measure 33. You have to start this very softly, and then you have to go big by measure 37 to thirtissima. So you have to create crescendo, the big wave, okay? So let me play it for you so you can hear how it's going. You see how big was that and how small it was in the beginning, okay? So the spirit or the wizard, they are dancing to the full power at measure 37, okay? But then, if you look at measure 45 and then measure 47 and 48, you will see, first of all, mezzo forte, and then diminuendo, diminuendo, then mezzo piano, then again diminuendo, and then by the end, it goes piano, a little bit crescendo, and then pianissimo. So the spirit or the wizard, whoever's dancing, they're kind of going away, they're dancing away, so it's getting quieter and quieter. So let me play for you measure 45 to the end, okay? Also notice the ritenuto in measure 52. Okay, so that means you have to slow it down, yeah, because the music is going away we don't hear it the same on the same speed. Okay, so this is the only place you're allowed to not to stop, but slow down the circular motion of waltz. Okay, so I'm gonna play it right now for the entire piece, and what I recommend you, when you will be playing alone, play hands separately. Play left hand first, then right hand, then try to put it together. And if you notice under the left hand part, there's also a pedal that you have to use, because pedal makes it much more mysterious, much more ringy, yeah, and you're gonna have this effect like either the empty huge castle or the forest or the mountains, then the echo is going for a long, long time. So I advise you to practice pedal also separately. So after you learn left hand and right hand, probably listen how I play it and just use the pedal part. Just use your leg to follow the pedal markings below, okay? And only when you feel comfortable enough, then you play all of it together and use the music, because music has so many little details you still need to put in to make this performance engaged, so everybody would go, oh, that was amazing. Okay, so we're going to start from very beginning. Remember, don't play hands together yet, okay? 2 measures before we start. I'm going to count just empty 2 measures. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I hope this tutorial helps. Please feel free to stop at any time and rewind back and listen to different parts of this tutorial. I wish you the very best luck with this piece.